Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel here on Twitch. And today, as you can see, I'm going to start with a new playthrough, a new game called The Forgotten City. A game I was really looking forward to start actually. Been on my wish list for a while. And yeah, I'm glad that we can experience it together. Let's go. I'm really excited. Here we go. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, let's quickly check the settings here. Language, English, crosshair, yes, 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 hints enabled, yes, subtitles, yes. Size, large, very large, large. Subtitle background. Yes. Full screen, yes, resolution, vertical sync. Okay. Motion blur, let's turn that off. Quality, field of view, we'll leave that the way it is. We'll put that high. Scale. We'll see if it's because I had this before with other games. Maybe I'll put it at yeah, I'll put it at 50. High, high, high. With the shadows, medium, textures. I don't want to mess around too much with this. Read out level, the detail, distance of foliage. Yeah, okay. Audio. We'll see how it goes. If it's too loud, I'll definitely lower it. Tools, bindings. Do you want to apply them? Yes. Okay. Okay, new game. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Just lower this a little bit because I think that my audio is a little bit off. Okay, here we go. New game. A message for the developers. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Multiple endings.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
It's your body type. Skin tone, enter name. Huh.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river?
No, I have no
What's the
idea.
last thing you remember?
I was searching for ancient ruins. That was I was on a coverage mission. Run for the law. I'll do the first one.
Oh, you're an archaeologist?
Yeah.
Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what.
Okay.
There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
No, I guess I can take a look. If I ask some questions first.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Tell me about the ruins. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not even gonna tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Okay, I really like to know, especially if I'm going to be helping you.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Okay. Well, thank you for saving my life, Karen. Why didn't you want to tell me your name?
Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you in after you find Al?
And who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did.
Okay.
I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not.
No.
But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Okay.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Al, yeah. Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
That's all the questions I had.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
I guess, yeah. I'm going in for the priceless artifacts, but I'll keep an eye out for him.
My hero. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
West side. Okay. Oh, cool. Little audio glitch here. Huh. Huh? Okay. What the hell? Can't key business. You got a note?
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten. all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here.
Oh crap.
It reads,
Just
"You
entered.
who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged.
Yeah.
The virtuous
Oh!
shall be..."
What the? What just happened? I fell into the pit. Shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise.
Shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise.
Wow, that was interesting.
The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? Seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Okay. I'm very intrigued right now by this game. It definitely has the mystery vibe to it. Cell phone? A broken cell phone. It probably belongs to Al. It's of no use down here. Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm not gonna take it with me, I guess. What? I'm Sven. Who are you? The hell? Golden statue inspect. A young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. What the hell? Rome gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? Yeah, something that definitely terrifies him. Young woman, it looks like she was begging for her life. What the hell is going on out here? There's another one over here. Are you also begging? What had happened here? To quick save. Was it F5? No, I can't do that. F5. Cause that's also my my input for my to mute my mic. But yeah, doesn't really matter that much. The Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. Legionnaire in a state of terror. We're still in the cave, it seems. What the hell? What's the city underground? Yeah, that's what the guy said. What? Really interesting. What the? Who appears to be praying for the help that never came. Sorry, lady. Okay then. You're hanging himself here. Of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is that possible?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Well, poor Al, huh? Guess he didn't make it. Okay. Guess we're gonna take a look at that portal then. See a panic. He says, if begging his gods for mercy. But I'm coming already. Well, that's just, yeah. Remains of a human, whoever it was, died a long time ago. We got a lighter. Wait, hold on. The bell used to light up the torches. Here we go. And F9 to quick load. That's also new. Like I don't think I've seen that before in other games. You have a quick load. Okay, here we are. Forget me not. Point of origin. Figure out how to return to your original state. Time. Guess we're gonna talk to this guy.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Sam, I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head?
No, I'm perfectly right in the head.
That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Okay. Seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from exactly?
It's part of the empire. Call this insight.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule.
Of course it
And
is.
the punishment for breaking it's, well,
That?
it's kind of horrific.
Oh
But
yeah, okay.
our
I get the
magistrate
point. Yeah.
insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming? Follow
Okay.
me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here.
Unlock quests.
But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community.
Wow,
now.
you just have to tap a button and it automatically follows him.
Only 23
That's
of us at
interesting.
the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
But you still have to. Okay.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Yeah.
Keep it in your
yeah.
loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Okay, now talk to her. Looks busy. What the hell is this? Wait. What's this? Is a camera mode also in it? Okay.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you.
Good.
She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind Livia.
Huh?
She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Okay.
Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo.
Apollo, huh? There's definitely a city
Most of us have
in a
almost
keep.
nothing. Just what we
Or
had on us when we
cavern
arrived.
keep, whatever you want to
What
call
we've
it.
been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live. So don't expect a warm welcome.
No.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that?
No.
What did you just say?
No, that's right.
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm watching you, farm boy.
Okay.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Okay.
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the golden rule.
Oh yes, the golden
Shouldn't
rule.
take too
Yeah.
long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Okay.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad
Okay.
apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective.
Oh, another one fresh out of the baths, I
We call
take
it
it.
decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Okay. Let's go visit him then. I assume that's him.
We're finally alone.
Thank you.
I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Can't say I have, no.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die.
Okay.
You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and
So it seems.
provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Okay. What counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations. And when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate.
Okay.
Our
I
laws
guess I was
forbid
wrong, sorry.
treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
My mistake.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Okay. What did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back.
But that's what I did.
And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
No. You're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable.
Yeah.
Tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
You've all been turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
If I do this, will you get me back to my own time?
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you have created a paradox.
Okay.
If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Yeah. I think so. Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
How do I know you're not the person responsible? Come on, tell me what you really think.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal.
Okay.
As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election.
Okay.
The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina.
Proserpina.
I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
Oh, okay.
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
No. I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost
Oh yeah,
me
maybe that was him
everything.
in front of the portal.
You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you? Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Okay, that's all questions I had. These questions will be available later.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule? Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city. Talk to everyone. Help them, if it'll win their trust.
Okay.
I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alright, get started.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Okay. This will prioritize the new quest, showing its objective markers only. Okay. Okay, guess we're going over there then. The Shrine of Apollo. No, I'm not gonna start stealing here. Each room is offer daily prayers for protection. Okay. It's interesting that there's like a summary of the text. That you don't have to read everything. Okay. I'll do around it, I assume.
Whatever are you wearing? Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
You know we'll be out of here. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
If you don't go insulting gods, just in case.
Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the Golden Rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving. I suppose we will. I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate.
Yes.
But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here, and why are you dressed like that?
Charming.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Mouth breathers. Where have I heard that before?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him. Any idea why? Scintilla. Why are your names all similar? You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me. Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans. That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city. You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market.
Okay.
His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla. Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I think you knew something. You're not telling me.
Oh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Okay. Okay then. Guess that's it.
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
Citizen.
Okay, so that's a really interesting features in this game. Down. Creature.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Julia. She was a good
Julia.
woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her.
or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Is there something I can do to help?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Okay, lady, okay. I'll see what I can do. Wait, I'll get right to it. Yeah.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Okay.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India. And never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know. From which exotic part of the world do you hail?
My mission doesn't exist yet. I'm from the edge of the known world. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world.
Then you are an explorer, like me.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What do you think about the golden rule?
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus.
What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Sounds simple enough.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I know.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the golden rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Who are you going to vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus.
Malleolus?
I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to change that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Okay, so what's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
What's up a trailer shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah, more or less.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our head. Don't you agree?
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. So how did you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drawing in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you flew down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat.
Okay.
In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Huh.
Anything you like.
You knew a way out of here.
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
So I didn't... Did I see something wrong?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
Oh. What, last attempt?
Oh. Then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Why don't you tell me?
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that. There
Okay.
was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends.
The tail
So it
ends.
seems that to merely attempt escape
Okay.
is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Guys, thanks.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Wow, this has been very interesting till now. I'm very, very intrigued with the characters. The writing is really good, in my opinion. It's really good.
whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
So what's your story?
You mean how did I end up here?
Yeah.
That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done. The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the tire bar.
What? So you took her with you after all?
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black.
Uh-huh.
When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Commissionaries? Commiserations?
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
What do you think about the golden rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Okay. Straight as an arrow. Hasn't the master banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
Let's see what I can do.
Thank you, friend.
Cool. Need some, Ephelium resin.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
How would I come up with 1,000 denarii? Your approach gouging over life-receiving medicine? What's wrong with you?
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
5 years?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Never mind.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
Uh-huh. What happened to Navia?
She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not?
Find a way into the palace. How about I just take it instead? I don't have that kind of money.
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
What are you going to vote for?
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
Okay. I'd like you to vote for Sentius.
Not going to happen.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Thanks, I'll keep an eye out for them.
Very well.
Okay.
Another time.
Wow, so while the writing of the dialogue is so well done, the dialogue is really good. Character build-up is really good. They have their own personality. Yeah, I really like it still now, for what I see.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacis, I'm not making.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop it here for just stream. I know it's a little bit of a short stream, but I still have to eat something for tonight, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to continuing with this. That will normally be this weekend. I think Saturday I will come back to this game. So yeah, if you're interested, come and join me, and yeah, tomorrow I'll be back on YouTube for the continuation of Mass Effect. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.